Okay, so this is a little sequence to focus on our thoracic spine, so our mid-back. So the first exercise, we're going to be in 4-point kneeling, so setting ourselves up, making sure the front leg, the heel is underneath the knee, back leg, knees underneath the hip, and feet are flat, okay? Then we're going to grab a roller, if you don't have a roller, even a football or anything, and you're just going to place that against the leg is closest to the wall, and the wall, okay? And this is just going to make sure that our hips aren't moving, that we are focusing all on our spinal rotation here, okay? So we're going to bring our hands in line with our shoulders. We're going to inhale here. And as we exhale then, we're going to slowly rotate, following that hand with our eyes. And inhaling slowly, coming back to our starting position. Exhale, repeat. We're going to do 8 of these each side. And just each time really trying to rotate that little bit further. Not just getting comfortable about this is where we get to. Trying with each rep to rotate that little bit wider. Okay, so 8 times, take a little second, we're going to swap directions and come on the opposite side, okay? Next one then, we'll leave the roller to the side and we're going to come into our 4-point kneeling position. So with this, you want to have your hands directly underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips and feet flat. We're going to have our head in line with our spine, so not letting it hang heavy, just to keep the pressure off our neck, okay? So we're going to start with our right hand. We're going to inhale as we scoop our hand in underneath our left hand, left knee, reaching to the side, and then as we exhale, we're going to slowly rotate, following that hand with our eyes, and then inhaling, coming back to center. Okay, so you're going to repeat that 8 times, and then we're going to slowly swap over and repeat on the exact same thing on the opposite side. I'm just kind of looking out for any differences, tightnesses maybe, one side to the other, and just maybe even doing an extra rep or 2 if you do find one side is a little bit tighter. Okay. Next one then, we're going to slowly push our weight back onto our heels, and then we're going to walk our hands out in front. Okay, so we're starting off with our child's pose position. We're going to inhale through our nose here. And as we exhale with our right hand, we're going to scoop that in underneath our left arm, trying to almost get this right shoulder down towards the floor. Relaxing here, inhaling through your nose, exhaling, kind of reach forward that arm a little bit more, trying to get that shoulder a little bit closer down. And you can hold that for kind of 30 seconds, slowly coming back up. And then the exact same thing on the opposite side. So really trying to get the shoulder down towards the floor without letting your bum kind of lift up off your heels. Okay, so we'll do 30 seconds each side and repeat that 3 times. Next one then, we're going to come onto our backs and we're going into our open book. So with this exercise, you're going to have your knees in line with your hips, your hands in line with your shoulders. The most important thing is that you do not let this top hip roll back, okay? So it's making sure the knees stay completely stacked on top of one another is going to help with that. So you're inhaling in your starting position, and as you exhale then you're going to slowly rotate, following that hand with your eyes, and slowly come back to center, okay? So I'll just show you what that would look like if you do it wrong. The top hip is going to roll back and you're not focusing on that mid back at all, okay? So really making sure those hips stay stacked, even if it's just putting a pillow or something there, just for a little bit of feedback, okay? So you exhale, rotating, trying to get that arm almost flat down on your mat. And we're going to go for 8 of those each side, okay? And we're going to slowly come up into seated, and we're going to do our saw, okay? So we're having our head, shoulders, hips stacked, so sitting up nice and tall. You're then going to have your hands out in line with your shoulders. Okay. And we're going to exhale, slowly rotate. Our right hand is going to come to the outside of our left foot. And we're then going to look back at our left hand. Okay, we're trying to keep our legs nice and flat here, not letting the knees bend. Okay, if that means you don't get down as far, that is completely fine. But just in time, we're trying to get to a stage where our knees are nice and flat. And we're really reaching forward that front hand and looking back at the opposite hand. Okay, again, I would go for 6 to 8 of these each side. Okay, exhaling as you come forward, inhaling, coming back to your starting position. Okay, and the last one then is our cat-cow. This is kind of focusing on whole spinal mobility. So we're going to be in our 4-point kneeling position again. We're going to inhale when we're here. And as we exhale, we're going to push our palms down into the mat, rounding through the spine, separating the shoulder blades and letting our head hang heavy. So my gaze is kind of looking between my knees here. And then in our inhale, we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together, creating an arch in the lower back until your gaze is looking directly ahead. And we're going to exhale, reverse that. Drawing in the belly button as close as you can to your spine. And then inhaling, letting your belly kind of hang heavy, squeezing the shoulder blades. And I'd repeat that kind of 5 times each way, rounding the spine, 5 times creating that arch. And then making sure to finish coming to the center with a nice flat back. So that kind of should take you maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes to do. And I'd really try to do that maybe every morning or every evening, especially after a long day.